Hi Lucy, hello there. Hi Jenny. Jenny's on a sun chair. Oh, how lovely, Jenny. I just haven't had a chance to go out in the sun at all. My daughter's sitting in the sun, enjoying herself, so... Hello Piggy Sue, how are you? Hi Tony. Hello Serena, have you been working today? How was work? Was it okay? Hi Maria, how are you? Hello Susan, lovely to see you too. Hello Linda, hi there. Good afternoon everybody. Hi Roz, how are you? I'm very well Sue, thank you. Are you? Hello Deb, hi Flower. You okay? I know, I need to be in the garden, it's beautiful. I've not been in the garden for days, apart from watching the ducklings. Hello, hello Leslie. Hi Susan. How are you Leslie? Happy birthday. It's Leslie's birthday. Happy birthday, lovely. I hope you're having a good day. Good morning, Gayla. Good morning, Jane. No, good afternoon. That's because I've just said good morning to... That's because I've just said good morning to Gayla. Sorry about that. Good afternoon, even. Good afternoon, Sarah John. Pat says you're all a mad lot. She says, hi Tracy and all you mad lot. So I'm quite normal. It's all you mad lot, really. Hi Lynn. Good afternoon, Jennifer. How is everybody? It's so beautiful out there. Hi Debbie. My thing looks a bit slanted. That's it. Just come from the garden and my other half has made me a coffee to sit and watch. Oh, how lovely, Sue. That's really nice. Yes, it's Leslie's birthday. Thank you, Tony. Thank you very much. Actually, we get quite a few birthdays, don't we, live? Your iris arrived today, Tracy, and some 4-inch embroidery hoops. Yay, Lucy. That's fantastic. Wonderful. I hope you like it. It's only 8 in the morning here, the west coast of USA. What time? Oh, I was going to say, what time is it here, Gayla? It's obviously 4 o'clock. That's why I went live. Oh, for goodness sake. There you go, Leslie. A few happy birthdays. Oh, Leslie, bless. So difficult when you have a birthday and you can't see your grandchildren and your daughter. You can make up for it when it's all done. Everybody's wishing you happy birthday. Oh, good afternoon, everybody. Few happy birthdays there, Leslie. I'm hoping you can just make the most of it. You like it? Oh, brilliant. Thanks, Lucy. I think they're much better in the flesh, I must admit. I like them. They're much better in the flesh when you see them. So they are better in the flesh. So we'll just wait a few more moments for everybody to join us and then we'll get going. Hopefully you've managed to relax, Leslie, on your birthday. It's sunny but chilly in Fife. It's actually quite warm here. I need some time in the garden because I've got a couple of plants to plant. And beautiful beetle. Hi Alexandra, how are you? Yes, I thought I'd let you see the beetle. Now it's framed, like Belinda said. It is a gorgeous day for a birthday, Nicola. I agree. At least you can sit outside. That's the main thing. But it is strange having a birthday. My son wants it to all be over by the time it's his birthday. Had a man out to our lawnmower this morning and he said it was frost in Lincolnshire this morning. Wow, Liz. I don't think I've had frost last night. I think it was beautiful. Hello, Sue. Hello there. Hi, Carmen. There you go. Thank you, Becky. Hi there. So I'm just waiting a few moments and then we'll get going. I'm going to be using the Beetle stamp again, which I'm leaning over because all my packaging is chucked all over the place somewhere. Where's me packaging? No idea where my packaging is. I'll just look for my packaging while you all join. Where's my packaging? Why do we always lose everything when we go live? The minute you go live, you lose everything. Good afternoon, Tracy. Good afternoon, Janet. How are you? I do not know where the packaging is to my little beetle. Where did we put that? Let me just check. There it is. Right. Hello, Kay. How are you? Can we have a close-up of the beetle, please? Of course you can, Joanne. You mean the one in the frame? There he is. Close-up. Or do you want the stamp? Or do you want the stamp? I've got it stamped out as well. So there's either the beetle there on the frame that we did yesterday. So we did this yesterday and then Belinda said, oh, you should frame it. So I thought I would frame it. Debbie says it looks like a hand holding the frame with the thumb sticking out bottom right. Yes, that's my hands. I'm French, but I'll try to understand. Bonjour, Alexandra. Ça va? So, yes. And if you want to see them stamped, that's what the beetles look like, stamped all together, so that you can see the detail. There's a couple of little hearts here, and a heart on the top part as well. Hello, Anjay. Oh, thank you very much. Just opened a paint order from Stampers Grove and they've put the beetle stamp in from my pre-order. Yay, Sue. That's brilliant. So yes, so when you stamp it, you can see all the gorgeous detail, even with the little part stamped postmark. So lovely detail on each one of them. And when you stamp it, you can still see the eyes in detail. You have, and Leslie's got birthday pennies. Ooh, we like birthday pennies, Leslie, don't we? Was that close enough, Joanne? Do you think I put it right up against the camera enough? Thank you, Joanne. So yes, we're using the beetle, but I do like him framed. And then I thought I'd show you that card from the other day. Remember when we created this a few days back? Mum and baby beetles. Exactly, Eileen. Just what you want, mummy and baby beetles. Yes, and guess what I've ordered? I removed the rest of my nail varnish, but I ordered a gel nail, you know, one of the things you put your nails in. I've ordered one of them so I can do my own. So yes, so I thought I'd show this one as well. This is the one we did a couple of days ago on one of our lives. And remember, I said to you, if you hold it down, it'll stick nicely. So that's the one we created the other day. Hi, Jane. Sorry I'm late. Been prepping a background to try and play along with you. Oh, bless you, Jane. Brilliant. Turned up today? That's fantastic, Kay. Fantastic service. I have the whole check saved for Frantic Stamper. Bless you, Hope. So, yes, so this is the one we did the other day because I thought I'd show you that, where it looks like the paper is encased in the beeswax of Seth's. So that worked out quite nicely, that did. So just move that on one side. Hello, Sue. You found us. That's it, Jennifer. LED lamp. That's it. I've ordered one of them LED lamps with for the nails. So I'll be able to paint my nails. Yay! A LED one, because then it doesn't affect your fingers, because you have to be careful, don't you, with UV, whatever. So it's an LED one. Blue Sky gel nail polish is great and a good price from Ireland. I don't know which one I got in the end, but I did buy one. So that was for Belinda, so that when Belinda joins later in the evening, because she's in America, then she can see that framed. So she can see that one. So we'll move that out the way. I've got no idea where because I've got no room whatsoever. And what we're going to do is create, do you remember this background we created yesterday? As part of the, we created two backgrounds when we created this piece. We created the background piece on this, and then we created this piece as well. We're all getting so independent. I know we are, aren't we, Liz? Hello, Lorraine. We're getting very independent. LED, only 15 seconds. Oh, that's brilliant. You see, that's what I need, Jennifer. Something really quick, because allowing them to dry, I haven't got the patience. I was so busy finishing off my little book, I forgot you were on. Good afternoon, Janet. Had some more lovely stamps arrive today. That doesn't matter, Caroline. I'm glad you've had some lovely stamps arrive. It doesn't matter whether they're old, new. It's just nice having a new little delivery. Yeah, the LED ones work because you have to be careful with using UV because of your skin. So I'm using an LED one. So we're creating on this background that we created yesterday. So, and I think it was it Ali? Is Ali with us? I'm sure Ali was with us. Is Ali with us? I'm sure it was Ali. Is Ali still here? Hello, Leslie. Hello, Rizwana. And Paul has made a Victorian sponge cake. I'm sure it was Ali that was asking for something in the group. Just remembered I didn't watch all of yesterday's. I've live, just the stamps. Yes, we created this, Leslie. We created this. We created this piece, and then we created two backgrounds at the same time. So we created the background piece and we created all this. Hi, Lee. Hello there. I'm sure it was Ali. Hi, Tracy. Bought the numbered pencils today. Brilliant. Where did you get them from, Elise? Where did you get your numbered pencils from? Because so many people have sold out, haven't they? So we're now going to create on this background. I'm sure it was Ali. If I see that Ali's still here with us, then I'll waffle on about what I was going to waffle on about. But I won't waffle unless Ali's still here. So I'm now going to stamp with the Beatles. Can you tell I'm in love with the Beatles at the moment? Oh, thank you, Lee. Yes, I need to create another one, don't I? But it looks better in the frame, don't you think? I think it looks better in the frame because that black really sets it off. I like that. Hello, Diane. How are you? Oh, bless you, Bernadette. Leslie's going to watch later for a double treat. No problem, Leslie. You can watch it later. Hello, Christine. I was looking at your last demo as I had a long shift again. Oh, did you think that was the live one, Christine? Yes, because you do long shifts, don't you? So, from the local hobby shop here in my hometown in the Netherlands. Oh, brilliant, Elise. Yes, because it had sold out in a few places, so we couldn't get it in the UK. I like it in the frame as well, Lee. So I'm just inking my stamp up and I'm giving it a really good inking. I went to Sainsbury's, had to wait 50 minutes to get in, couldn't wait to get out. Oh, and you forgot to buy chocolate. That's a tragedy. That's a tragedy, Jennifer, that you forgot to buy chocolate. But I must admit, I haven't been to any of the large supermarkets. I've been managing with the little shops. Well, let me rephrase that. My husband has. I haven't been out for so long. I can't remember what it's like to go out. I've been stuck inside for so long. So I don't know. Just going to... Why have I inked it all up? I've inked the whole stamp up. I didn't want the whole stamp. Oh, well, we'll have the whole stamp this time then. I only wanted part of the stamp. I can tell I'm not with it this afternoon. I'm definitely not with it. Confused, Tracy. No, well, I'm doing the same, Christine, because I'm supposed to be stamping part of the image and not the whole image. What am I like? Tracy found an Easter egg I had hidden. Oh, she found it today that she'd hidden an Easter egg. And is it still okay, Tracy, your Easter egg? Is it still okay? It doesn't matter that you're late, Sue. We've done nothing. I showed the frame from yesterday, Sue. Do you remember when we created our piece yesterday? So I just showed the frame. I haven't been out for so long, Sue. I've lost track of what I'm doing. I've got no idea. When I went out, I haven't been a supermarket for weeks. I know that my husband goes to the little shops. You've got no local shops, Jennifer. That's a pain. Yes, we've got little local shops, sort of like Nisa and a little co-op and that kind of thing. So we're really lucky. So it's not too bad. Looks like, oh, bless you, Yvonne. Thank you. Belinda said to me, why don't you frame it? So I thought, oh, do you know, I will. So I found a frame in all my box stuff. And I was quite pleased with it. So I'll just wipe up this bit of mess. I've been in for 8 weeks now. It turned out quite well, didn't it, Sue, in the frame? I thought it turned out quite well. I was quite pleased with that. No supermarket for me either, but walked into the marine instead. My daughter is still longer way through her Easter eggs. She's still working her way through the Easter eggs, bless. So that's our beetles. I'm just going to give that a blot, just so that we don't mess it up or anything. So I'm just going to give that a blot. Just blot that. Just to make sure, I mean, the ink below is dry because that was done yesterday. So that's not too bad because that was done yesterday. So we'll just give it a little dry. The reception is bad today. You are off more than on. Might wait until watch later. No problem, Janet. It seems okay here. Hope's not worn a bra for 2 months. Feels good. Wait till we have to get back to normal. And then we have to wear clothes and everything. We won't know what's hit us when we have to get back to normal. So I'm now going to add a touch of stenciling. So I'm going to use this stencil because it finally arrived yesterday. So I thought, why not use it? So I'm going to use this stencil. And I'm going to use ground espresso because I want just a little bit of detail in the background. I've been lucky so far and managed to get our shopping delivered every fortnight. That's good, that is, Caroline. That is good because we've struggled. And Tracy's been in lockdown for 50 days. I've worn one for 10 years. Hello, Kira. And she loves your new Beetle stamps. Oh, you see, Kira likes me Beetles. I love me Beetles. I love the Beetles. It just sounds weird when I say that. I love the Beetles. Sounds like I'm talking about the group rather than me Beetles. So I'm just adding a bit of ground espresso distress oxide ink to my stencil. I'm just going to wipe this up. Which stencil is that, Tracy? This is the... Hang on, I should have the packaging somewhere. It can't be that far away because Abs sent it me. Stencil 67. Broken Circles. Stencil 67. You see, I actually remembered to keep the packaging. Normally the packaging's gone and then I have to remember. It is liberating, Hope. It's very liberating. So I'm just going to spritz my stencil with water. I've just spritzed the stencil with water and I'm just going to add this. Oh, Kim's Beetles arrived. Yes, they did. Do you like them, Kim? I love them. So I just want to add a bit of stenciling. Well, it's a mask, I suppose, isn't it? We're stars, Tracy. Stars? There you go. So pleased the Beetles arrived today. Oh, good. I'm glad you're going to have a play, Kim. We have to click and collect as there are 5 adults in the house. Oh, my children are like termites. What a shame. More time for craft. Exactly, Anne. More time for crafting. I've not been out anywhere. Not done anything. But you know, I don't mind, to be honest. I'm quite enjoying creating at home. I'm not missing the travelling at all. Maybe I'm just a bit weird, but I have decided since I've been in this lockdown, I've not missed all the travelling that I used to do. I've not missed that one bit. So can you see the stenciling in the background? I only added a touch of water because I just wanted a touch of stenciling in the background. Can you see that stenciling? I don't want it to overpower everything. You're so lucky. My stockists here in the States say most of them aren't going to be in until the 20th. Wow. Wow, Gayla. But that stenciling is just a subtle touch. It's nice to be home. It is, Eileen. I like being home. That's just me. I miss my friends. and I miss my son because I can't see him, but it is nice that I'm not doing too much travelling, because I do find it exhausting, the travelling. So what I've got now is I've got one of the little beetles, and I could, no appointments, no deadlines. It's great, isn't it? No rushing around, Anne. That's something I'm not missing, Anne, the rushing around. Now you could, and just the outline. Yes, exactly, Carmen. Just the outline, so it looks lovely. If you put a bit more ink on, then you get this. If you put a bit more ink on, but I haven't put as much ink on this piece, so that it just gives me more of the outline. So you get two different looks. And what I could do is I could have the beetle either tone on tone, or I can have him. I've just had confirmation that some of my stamps are on the way. Brilliant, Paula, brilliant. So I could use tone on tone, or I can use my nice coloured one. So I'll decide on that when I've done the book pages. So I'm just going to stamp the book pages now. So I'm going to stamp my beetle on some book pages. I could retire now. It could be, if I could afford it. That's the only problem, isn't it, Sue? Mind you, to be honest, Sue, I was supposed to be retired. And then I started designing stamps for abs. And then I don't know what happened. The retirement sort of went out of the window. I love being at home. Only thing I miss is cuddles with the daughter. Oh, no, I'm the same. I could quite easily be at home. The thing I'm missing is my friends garden shopping, visiting the local nurseries for the garden shopping. I'm really missing that. And just seeing my friends. But I could quite easily stay at home. I know, you're missing your grandchildren, Leslie. Oh, bless. It is difficult missing our family, because my son always comes round most days and he sees the dogs, and he's not been able to see them, so he's finding that quite difficult, which is a shame. And I miss seeing him, but I don't miss all the rushing around, I have to say. Maybe I'm a bit odd. Are you Welsh by any chance, Debbie? Yes, she might be. What was, oh, my job before? Well, I've had several different ones, Christine. I used to, when I first met my husband, I used to work in an office, and I was a personal assistant for several CEOs of a computer company. And then my husband had his own business, and I worked for that for part of the time. And then I had my own craft shop, and I finished that 10 years ago when I had my own craft shop. What else? And then 10 years ago, I was doing this full time, and now I'm doing it even more than full time. I'm enjoying the more of a relaxed style, I must admit, Sarah. Are you too late, Isabel? It doesn't matter. What type of scissors do you use for your fussy cutting? Well, not everybody likes these scissors, but I use the Pergamano ones because they've got the slightly curved, so I can get into little areas because I like fussy cutting. But my friend Anne prefers to use bigger scissors. Specialist computers. That was me, Sue. Yes, specialist computers. So I used to be a personal assistant for those. So I'm now going to add this to here, but I'm just going to tear a little bit more off. Feels like a long time ago when I worked for specialist computers. A very long time ago. So I'm just going to add this here, like so. I love being at home, Bev. I am self-employed hairdresser, so I'm making the best of the rest at the moment. I don't blame you, Bev. Those kind of scissors are what a friend of mine like. I love fussy cutting with them. Doesn't matter that you're late, Becky. So I love fussy cutting with them, but that's just me. Some people don't like small scissors, but I do. I like small scissors. I can just get into the fine detail, and that's what I like doing. So, and then what I'm going to do is place my beetle. Let me just make sure I get this in the right, I have to make sure I get it in the right place before I press it down, or else we're going to have a funny beetle. There we go. So we're just going to press that down so that we've got part of the beetle with the book pages. I am also home now crafting. Do my hubby's books. He is also in yes, my hubby's into computer software as well, Isabel. So my husband's the same. He's as busy as ever. And to be honest, since lockdown, I've been as busy as ever. If I'm honest, I've been as busy as ever. Hello, Michelle. So I'm just deciding what I want to do, whether I want to do tone on tone or add some colour. Because what I've done here, has your ginger cat come to help, Jane? Oh, how brilliant. Next I come to see you at the craft fair, Tracy, I've decided to bring my own scissors. Rizwana does a lot of my cutting at shows. And she struggles with my little scissors. So she's now bringing her own. I can't imagine doing a show again. I just can't imagine it. So, and Anne's bringing her own scissors as well. So I'm either going to use the coloured beetle or I'm going to use the vintage beetle. Let me just check. I can't make my mind up whether I want the vintage beetle or I want the coloured beetle. Oh, here we go. This is what I'm like again. I love these bugs. I love the bugs. I can't make my mind up. Oh, for goodness sake. Can we do this for the next half an hour ago, doing this? So I'm probably going to have the coloured one. And what I've done is I've made my own little shaker element. So I'm going to add a little shaker. I'm going to add the coloured one. So I'm just going to stick the coloured one down because it'll give it some contrast. So I'll just adhere this. I just need to allow it to stick for a few moments. Let me just get rid of that glue. What are we all saying? Oh, coloured, you're all saying coloured. Vintage, coloured. Sorry, I've gone coloured. The vintage one, let me show you. Let me just hold this down. The vintage one will look quite nice on this look because it pops. Looks quite nice on that one, the vintage one does. Because it kind of pops. Just get rid of... Oh, I think I'm beginning to fall in love with those We've converted Chris to beetles. I love my beetles. Do you know what? That just doesn't sound right. I love my beetles. I sound very strange. When we post these things in our group, we sound very strange. Yes, I'm using the coloured one in here for the pop of colour. And I'm going to use that one on that white background because they both pop. So it looks quite nice. But we're not doing that one. We're doing this one. So we're going to do this coloured one. And what I'm going to do is add my own shaker. So I'm just going to colour the shaker. Bear with me a second. Let me colour the shaker. I just need a piece of cut and dry. When the shows are back... Oh! Do you exhibit at the NEC? Yes, I go to the NEC with James. I do. But to be honest, I've not missed the travelling. I've not missed the travelling one bit. But I still feel tired. I'm converting you all to beetles. The beetles are lovely. They're so fab. I love the beetles. So I'm just going to colour this a little bit. If so, can I join you, please? Christine. Somebody is joining Christine for something. So I'm just colouring. I've added a piece of acetate in between these circular pieces. I've added a piece of acetate. Don't you miss that trip that you were supposed to do to France? Oh yes, I was supposed to go to Version Scrap. To be honest, Gayla, I don't like travelling at all. It's just not one of them things I enjoy. But I like to meet people. So I was going to Paris with Abs and we were going to meet all the French ladies. Well, ladies from all over the place, to be honest. People travelled there. But yes, I shall miss meeting everybody, but I don't miss the travelling one bit. Don't miss the travelling at all. I like being at home. Ringo, if it's going to be that... Leslie's named the beetle Ringo. It's Ringo the beetle. But do you remember years ago, I don't know whether you can still get them, but you used to get clockwork beetles. You used to get beetles when we were children that you used to be able to wind up. You would love the park, Tracy. It's beautiful. Oh, yes, I'd enjoyed that, Chris, but not the travelling. The travelling just gets to me. So do you remember we used to get them wind up beetles that you wind up? Yes, I'd go by the train anyway because I don't like flying. So what I'm going to do is I've got these vintage clock parts because it just reminded me of a wind-up beetle. Oh, you're all speaking to each other. Oh, that reminds me. I've got a one-day special back on Hochanda on the 18th of May. We've got a one-day special with the new release. So that'll be fun. Not that I've done any samples yet because I've only just received the stamps. But yes, we've got a one-day special. So I'm just adding these clock parts. I have a ladybug wind-up. Yes, well, this reminded me. I thought I'd put watch parts in to remind me of a wind-up beetle. Because these are little watch parts, little clock parts. So I'm just adding, see what I can add. And if I add that there, yeah, that'll be fine. Let me just make sure I've not got too many bulky bits. Oh, that sounds totally wrong, that does. That sounds totally wrong. So we don't want that one. Bit late, but I'm here. What's going to be in the one-day special? Let me tell you, Sarah. Hang on. The one-day special is going to be... Hang on a minute. The one-day special is going to be the pears. That's one of the stamps in the one-day special. The pear, and... Bear with me. The pear... This stamp, the tools, the pear, the tools, and the thistle. That's going to be the one-day special. So it'll be the thistle, the pear, and the tools is the one-day special. And we'll have another bundle as well. So you can buy the one-day special or the big bundle. Oh. So yes, that's the one-day special. No, my bank balance can't take any more capital. Have you got lots of bulky bits, Leslie? That's so funny. Oops, one-day special, not OFS. Yes, I'm getting a few bulky bits. Oh dear, what the heck. So I'm now going to add this here so that it creates like a little shaker. Oh, thank you, Jeannie. Thank you. It's just, I'm struggling to keep up with everything. Oh, thank you, Lucy. I am struggling to keep up with everything because now I've got a one-day special. I'm now going to need to make samples with the one-day special. And here I am making samples with the beetle. Hey-ho. I just love the beetle. I'm sorry, but it's just me all over. So I now need to let this sit on here just so that it sticks because I won't be able to hold it up. So I need to hold that there. Oh, I've ordered the tool, so it will be great to see samples. Definitely, Lynn, I'll be doing samples. So I'm just holding this down just so that it makes a good stick. I need to make sure it's stuck all the way round. Oh, does it close on the 20th, Margaret? Yes, I'm on the 18th. Well, I'll be doing videos for the 18th. So, yes, she says confidently, I'm just hoping I can think up some more ideas. The heart wants what the heart... Hang on, the heart wants what the heart wants. Could keep sellotape empty rolls to practice with and colour it. Oh, wow, I need that. Oh, bless you, Wendy. I think I need to rob a bank as well. Ian always says that I wouldn't spend much when I was in lockdown. There are certain things I'm not spending on because I'm not having my hair and nails done. But I'm not spending as much on gardening because I can't get anywhere. So can you see we've now got a shaker element in the middle. Hello, Floriana. Hello there. the clock pieces, Rizwana, these ones, I actually got them off eBay. Can you see it says 100 grams of watch parts? I got them off eBay. They're just little watch parts. As you can tell, I still spend as well. So I got little watch parts off eBay and I've added them so that you've got like a shaker element in your Beetle. And you're in there. Am I in there, Sue, in the magazine? Which magazine's this? Actually, I'm sorry about the glare, but there's actually a shaker element. So we've created a shaker. Steampunk Beetle. Exactly. So we've created that shaker element. What colour did you use for the Beetle? For the Beetle, I used Inktense pencils. I used my Inktense pencils. So I used, hang on, 2 and a red. So I used 2, a green, like a turquoisey green and a red for the Beetle. And then I clear embossed it. So I clear embossed it. Which mag, Sue? I wonder if it's creative stamping. So yes, so can you see we've got like a little shaker element in there. I'm trying to give you as many ideas as possible because then, it gives you lots of ideas just for your stamps. It's very difficult. I'm going to have no idea. When it comes to the one-day special, I've got no ideas left. So I'm now going to use my calico piece. Hi, Tracy. Arrested you. Oh, arrested you. Okay. We're very well, Pam. How are you? I thought you were saying somebody's arrested me then. I'm very well. Are you? So I'm now going to get my Beetle stamp again. And I'm going to stamp the Beetle in calico. I'm very well, Pam. Are you? I am. I'm tired, but I'm very well. Small tin. Oh, you'll love them, Linda. The Inktense pencils are really good. Nice and vibrant. It's funny because when you first use them, they don't look vibrant when you look at the tin. But then when you add water, it's brilliant. Well, oh, great, Jane. I'll do more of the same. Will you keep it quiet to yourself? Keep it to yourself. Yes, I clear embossed. Let me hold the Beetles up. Can you see I've clear embossed them? And I've cracked that one. But they don't have to be clear embossed. I've got one that's just, do you think I'm going Beetle mad? Simply cards and papercraft with a vase of flowers on the front. I've not seen that. I've not seen it, Sue. I wonder if I'll get one. But I've cracked that one, so it's got a crack in it on purpose. But I'm having a collection of Beetles. Our secret, Jane, brilliant. That's just what I need. Because I'll probably do a shaker element for the one-day special. But I'm going to... Ali doesn't look like she's... Beetlemania. Exactly, Anne. Beetlemania. So funny. So, what does that say? Do you know, on my thing it says we've only been live for 10 minutes. Well, that's totally wrong. So I'm now going to add this Beetle, like so. I knew I was in creative stamping, but I'd forgotten about the other one that Sue mentioned. I'd forgotten about that because I did them a while back. The Pebeo Dymo. I haven't got any Pebeo paints. I use a lot of paints, but I've got no Pebeo ones. So I'm just going to add this to here. Just add this. Where's my... Me too. Love the writing on it. Oh, what has Joanna said? I've missed that. Joanne. Beetle is starting to grow on me. That's what I thought, Kathleen. 39 minutes. It says 10 minutes there on the top. So I'm now going. See, I've got time to make another card now with the Beetle. So that's perfect. I've got time to create another one. And the next one is for Ali, because I think she wanted me to use my circular gel press. So I'm just going to add that there. I love the shaker element. And I'm going to take my little stamp, my little A7 one. Oh, my gesso's Pebeo, yes, but I don't use Pebeo paints. I use the gesso, but I don't use the paint. It's a piece of... So I'm now going to use these number stamps because I'm loving these at the moment. So I'm just going to add a little number to my project. That's 2 mags now. Oh no, Michelle. I thought I was just in one, but I did do a few magazine articles before the lockdown. So that's probably it. So I'm just going to add this number 5 element here, because I just want this stamped. I have Pebeo paints. There you go. Sue has Pebeo paints. I don't. If I have any more paints, I'll need a 5-storey building. I've got that many paints. So I need to be careful how many paints I get. So I'm just going to add another one, a number 4. I love these numbers. I love this one. I just love the numbers on it. They're so effective. So I'm just going to add the number 4 here. Like so. The little stamps are brilliant, aren't they? I love the little stamps. Roz subscribes to both of them. They're hard to get in the shops. I suppose it's difficult, isn't it? So I'm now going to add, you see, I like that. That's a nice balance. I quite like that. I think we'll create a second card as well. We'll create a second card. No black nails, no. I've bought, Annie, I've bought one of them, what they're called, gel nail things. I've bought one of them so that I can do my own gel nails. I've bought one so that I can now do my own nails, which I'm quite looking forward to. I'm quite looking forward to that. So, there's our first card. If you add it to a black mat, like so, we've then got a shaker element in the card. Are you having a nightmare with your Wi-Fi, Piggy Sue? Oh no. I forgot about some of that. I've bought some more. Sue, I'm always buying paints. In Simply Cards, you've used wildflowers, stamps and stencils. Oh, that might be one of their stamps, Kathleen, that they sent me. It might be one of theirs. So we've created a shaker, and what we'll do is we'll create another card, and then we can come back and look at that. So we'll create another card. So what we're going to do is we'll use our circular gel plate. So we'll use our circular gel press. I've seen them both, but I couldn't see if Tracy was in there as all packaged up. There you go, I'm in there. Oh no, and power cuts too. Oh no. I'm going to create another one, another project. And I'm going to use my circular gel press. So let's get 2 for 1. Let's get 2 for 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 3 paints. What am I going to use? I think I'm going to use aquamarine, weathered copper and pour shell. I like it when they go on the black pat. I always think it just makes everything pop when you put it on the black. It just makes it pop, and especially having that shaker element as well. I love the shaker element. I think that's really fun. I love the shaker element. It's frustrating, isn't it, when you get power cuts? It was the jar stencil, Tracy. Oh yes, that was their stamps. Thank you, Sue. That rings a bell. It was their stamps, Sue. The stamps that they provide with the magazine. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, they provide them stamps. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use 3 colour paints. I'm going to use the Totally Dotty stencil, and I'm going to use, whoops, got so much mess everywhere, and I'm going to use this stamp set on the gel plate. Oh, thank you, Wendy. Thank you very much. Just my Beetle stamp is on the way. Yay, Margaret. Fab. So I'm going to use the round gel press. It was Lucy and Ali that asked if I would use the round gel press. So I'm going to use the round gel press with this stamp set, the Totally Dotty and the Beetle. So that's what we're going to use today, again, for another project. Can you tell I'm not with it? I've got the shakes today. I have the same plate but struggle when I create a card or a tag. No circular. Well, I'm using I think it's 6-inch piece of card, 6 by 6-inch piece of card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add aquamarine paint. I'm going to add, I'll add that first, so we'll add the aquamarine and brayer off the excess. Then I'll add the pow shell. Oh, you have that stamp. That's brilliant, Lynn. Just add a touch of the darker colour. Whoops, sorry about that. I'm getting all tangled up. A touch of the darker colour onto my gel press. Like so. Brayer off the excess. Place the, let's bring this in so you can see it. Place the totally dotty stencil onto the round gel plate. And then I'm going to take 33. I tried to get that stamp, but it was all sold out. Fran, it's on All and Create have got it. Direct. They've got it. They've got this stamp. All and Create have on their allandcreate.com page. So stamp set 33, or James might have it. So stamp set 33, and I'm going to use this scratchy line. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp. I love using my brayer too, Sue. Can I put my card on your Facebook page if I've used an Olga stamp, but your background stamps? If you've used my background stamps and it's a technique inspired by me, that's fine, Jane. So I'm just going to add the scratchy lines like so, because the idea was to set the grip up for my stamps. But if you've been inspired by a technique, that's fine. So I'm just going to add these scratchy lines to the background, to those circles. And hopefully you can see that on the picture. I've just won 33 on eBay. That's perfect, Ali. Absolutely perfect. So I'm just adding the scratchy lines. And then you have to clean your stamp. The heart on this one is fab. I use the heart all the time. So I'm probably going to be using this in a workshop, Ali, as well. So I'm just going to clean this, because what I'm doing at the moment is I'm creating a book for the workshop. So I'll be using lots of different stamps. So I'll create a book for a workshop. So we'll probably use 33 for that, Ali. Hello, Rita. How are you? Hello there. So I'm just used my gel press. So what I'm going to do is lift that up. So it's nice. Look how my stencil looks lovely with those browns and blues. So what I'm going to do now is let that dry for a few moments. Make sure that my brayer has not got that colour on. How are you, Rita? I did use Versa. I haven't this time, but when I did my craft along, I used VersaFine Claire on the gel press. But this is paint. I've used paint. I've used aquamarine and pour shell. Them are the two colours I've used so far. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add touches of weathered copper. Just little touches around the edge. So I'm just adding a little bit of paint to the side, like so. And then I'm going to brayer that onto the edges of the gel press. Just sort of give it a little nod of some green. Just some touches of green in there. Turquoisey green. Just like so. And then I'll brayer off the excess, because that'll create another background. And we'll allow that to dry. We'll just allow that to dry for a few moments before we do the next step. Does it look like, it does look like a solar system, doesn't it, Jennifer? It looks cool. I love that. And then I'm going to lift that print. There's somebody at the door, so I hope somebody answers it. Just realised what I did wrong the last time. I didn't leave it to dry long enough on the gel press. Yes, if you don't leave it to dry long enough, Michelle, or you're using paints that are a little bit more open, then you need to let them dry longer. Oops, I still have not unwrapped mine. You need to get it unwrapped, Sue. Hi, Trace. Oh, thank you, Ute. Thank you. So what we're going to do now is we're going to that print to prove that you can use your stamps and your stencils on your gel press. Nice, simple technique. And then I'm going to use the honeydew. So I'm going to use the honeydew. So let's just remove, oh, I've got dry paint everywhere. So I'm just going to add a touch of the honeydew to the gel press. You don't need much of that honeydew. And then brayer over the honeydew over your gel press, like so. Brayer off your excess so that you don't keep adding it to the gel press. And then I can just turn my gel press over just so I can see where I'm lining it up. Place that on, turn it over, and then give it a good rub. Give that a good rub, because you're lifting dry layers of paint. So I tend to use the back of my fist, like so. So just allow that. Just move around. Make sure you give it a good rub on the reverse, just so that you lift those dry layers of paint. And you get a lovely background. And the idea with the gel press is I want some of these white areas because it just gives me a more vintage look. So it gives me a lovely background. Just shared your Facebook Live, forgot to do it. Oh, thank you very much, Jennifer, for sharing. Thank you. So you can see you've got touches of green. You've got it where it's a bit aged. It's lovely, a lovely background. But what you can do is get another piece of card. So we can get another piece of card. All my beetles are in the way. It looks lovely, doesn't it? The colours look wonderful. Just lovely. But we've got all this on here. So let's see if we can lift a little bit more of that paint. Let's see if we can lift a bit more. It doesn't matter that we've got a round gel press. Let's just see if we can lift a bit of that paint with some of this cream. We might not be able to, but it's worth just testing to see if we can lift any of it. The colours are lovely. Look at this. Just brilliant. I love the gel press. Look what you get from your gel press. And all I've done is lifted dry layers of paint. So I can add a bit more cream paint and see if I can lift some of these here. Some of these edgy bits. See if I can lift some of them. Yes, I can. So a little bit more. And let me just move this gel press out the way. Let me just chuck this because I've got stuff everywhere now. So let's give this a clean, like so. And I get two lovely backgrounds. Look what I get. And that's using the circular gel press. But what I like, oh, you can get some awesome results on it, Lee. I like the fact that the edge looks aged. I don't like it to look pristine. That's not what my cup of tea is. I don't clean my gel press, Paula. I don't clean it. The only way I clean it is by doing that, mopping up the dry layers of paint so that I get a wallpaper kind of look. I love the wallpaper kind of look. I got my gel press from Amazon. Clarity Stamp do them. Lavinia do them. James does them. James has got them at Stampers Grove as well. No, I don't clean my gel press, Patricia. I just do what you've seen me do. I literally just lift the dry layers of paint. I don't clean mine because I get nice layers of paint off there. So no, I don't clean that. You can, if you get really crusty, I just spritz it with a little bit of water and then just wipe it off. Don't forget the one under the brayer. Yes, the one under the brayer as well. So you've got 3 backgrounds, and that's just from a little bit of paint. I just love them. So what we can do now is we can do something with this. Let's not waste it. So we can create something with our beetle. So let's stamp our beetle. So we'll take, this time we'll just stamp part of him. So let's just make sure the rest of the stamp's clean. Well, I don't clean my stamps, I'll just wipe over them, so I don't want it clean. Oh, there you go, that's crafty as well. So, yes, there's lots of places that do the gel presses. So I'm just inking up my little bug. I love this little bug. Can you tell? that why am I doing samples with the bug when I've got a 1-day special? Because I can't stop using the bug. I'm terrible. I start using a stamp set and then I can't stop using it. The gel plate is just lovely. So now I'm going to add this here, like so. So I'm going to stamp my little bug. He's a lovely bug. Everybody should love beetles. I know we don't like him in the garden, but... And art from the heart. There you go. What ink do you, with the stamp on the gel press, what ink do you use? Do you mean what ink do I stamp with, or what ink do I use on the gel press? Ink-wise, I use VersaFine Clair to stamp onto the gel press prints. If I want to use inks on the gel press, I can use Distress Oxides because they're better. The Distress inks bead up. The Distress Oxides work better. You can use your VersaFine Clair on there. There's a few inks you can use on the gel press, but I tend to like my paints. I can't stop using them, man. My 1-day special, Alison, is the 18th of May. 18th of May. A Monday and a Tuesday with the new release. You see, and look how you can just use part of the image. Just had a rummage and found them. What did you find, Sue? I missed that. What did you find, Sue? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my number stamp again, because I told you that I'll bore you with this number stamp. This number stamp's never going to be put down. I'll just keep using it. So what I want to do is add some green back in, just to add a touch of green to the background. So I'm going to add some of this. I'm going to add weathered copper. I don't know why it's called weathered copper, because it's not, oh, I suppose it's meant to look like, you know, when you get rusty elements. So I'm just going to add a touch of this. Day after my son's birthday. Oh, I don't think your son would be too pleased with stamps, do you, Carolyn? 2 gel plates. Yes, if you've got 2 gel plates, then you can brayer the excess paint onto the other gel plate. So I'm just adding, you see, I love this. This is why you want open areas in your gel press, because you can stamp into them. I'll show you. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Thank you very much. So I'm just going to add a touch more paint to my stamp. Don't forget, if you use paints, please wash your stamp. Please clean your stamp. You need to be careful when you're using paints. I will hold this up so you can see. I just need to clean my stamp. Oh, thank you, Pam. I'm just giving that a nice clean because I want to go in with black next. And I don't want the paint to take away the detail of my stamp. I can't lose the detail in the stamp. Just clean up. I spend more time cleaning up than I do anything else. Sorry. You say she was... Sorry. Did you say what was on the... Oh, sorry, Sue. Did I say what was on the 1-day special? Yes, I did. Do you want to know what's on the 1-day special? The 1-day special is... Hang on. The 1-day special, Sue, is the pear stamp. That's going to be on the 1-day special. The pear stamp. And... Hang on. And... that stamp's going to be on the 1-day special. So that one's going to be on the 1-day special. And the teasel, not the teasel, the thistle. That's going to be on the 1-day special. But there's going to be another bundle as well. But that's the 1-day special. So, yes. I'm quite pleased because I'll be using the pear quite a bit. Because I've got so many hours. That's it. Pear Thistle Tools. Thank you, Jennifer. Pear Thistle Tools. I can never get me... Snails. Yes, the snails. Yay. We get to use the snails. Oh, sorry, I didn't lift up. Can you see where you've got the green in the background? Just to bring some of that green element in. just brings in some of it in. And then I'm going to use some black, because I want to use some of the black element. So it's just lovely. And I'm going to add this number 5. I love these numbers. Add this number 5. You're very welcome, Sue. Add this number 5. I just want everything to be in the circle that we've created. Look at that number 5. Just lovely. The other bundle, Serena, is, just a minute. I have to look at the stamps to remember them, because I've only been told today. Hang on. What did he say the other bundle was? The other bundle is that stamp. Oh, the frog. The other bundle is that stamp, the frog, and the ivy. So there'll be like a complete bundle and the 1 day special bundle. So there'll be the ivy, the circles, the frog, and then the 1 day special. So I need to remember ivy, frog, circles. I'm never going to remember. I love using the numbers, Isabel. I love using the numbers. I just think they really set it off really nicely. They set it off nicely. So what I'm going to do now is see if I can just add some white circles. Let me see if I can just add some white circles. I never rush the projects. I like to make sure that I take my time, because while I'm doing that, I'm remembering things. Like with this one, I want to add a little paper clip. So this is what I'm like when I'm doing my projects. So this one we created first, I want to add a little paper clip to the top. I always remember little things. Ivy, frogs, circles, that's Rizwana. So when I go back to look at this, I'll remember. I can watch it back when you forget, Dawn. I need to remember, Dawn. I've got to do loads of projects. I've got to do projects with them, so I need to remember, or I've got a problem. So what I'm going to do now is add some white paint to this one. I need another piece of card. I get through so much card. It's no wonder I spend a fortune on card. Just make sure my bray is clean, which it isn't. As you can see, it's got all this paint on it. It's a good job I checked. Circles the ivy round the frog. I love how you all keep me in line so that I remember what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do now is add some white circles. So I'm going to add these white circles. I'm starving, absolutely starving. Isn't that bathroom cleaner? Oh, I'm glad Sue's talking to somebody else. I thought she was asking me if my paint was bathroom cleaner. I'm thinking, is Sue really asking me if my paint's bathroom cleaner? So I'm going to add pops of white now. Oh yes, this is what I needed. I needed some of them touches of white. Let me just go over here. Oh, crumbs, got the frog song in my head. Oh, do you remember that? What was that singing? I just thought, oh yeah, what was that frog ribbon? What was the frog song? I know which one you mean, Gina. I know which one you mean. The frog song. It was so popular, wasn't it, the frog song? So I'm just adding some white circles just to lift the whole design. I thought it would help her remember, not advertising. So I'll lift this up so you can see. Rip at the bear, eh? Oh yeah, it was that. It used to go on forever, that frog song did, but it was so popular. Oh, I'm so hungry, Sue. I'm shaking, I'm that hungry. But you know what else is good? Sometimes when you use your brayer, you get the circles on your brayer. If you use a colour, so if you use like a coloured paint, you can brayer that off onto your card because you've got the circles on there. So you could brayer that off. I am slightly strange, but there you go. You could brayer that off. and then you'd get another background. Aren't I slightly weird? So what I'm going to do now is I've got another beetle. McCartney got it in the top 10, did he? So I'm now going to add this here. But can you see these white circles here really just lift the design? They just bring it to life. They give it some brightness. Those little circles give it some brightness. So what I'm going to do now is add my little beetle, and then we'll spotlight it. We'll spotlight the beetle. We'll spotlight him. Yeah, somebody said it was Paul McCartney. But what was that one? Do you remember that toy? It used to be advertising all the time. And they used to, I forgot what it's called now. The Crazy Frog, that's the one I'm thinking, Carolyn. Yeah, my children used to drive me mad with it. That was what I was thinking of, Carolyn. The Crazy Frog. I'm going to add a highlight. Let me just bend that slightly. I'm going to add this spotlight like so. I know, Sue, it drove me mad. You see, and Michelle's singing it now. So I'm now going to add this spotlight. I want to do a spotlight in a different way. So I'm adding the spotlight in a different way. So add this here. Let me make sure there's no glue. So this is adding a spotlight in a different way. Whoops, I've just moved my beetle. Like so. So move that there. It's playing the Crazy Frog. Oh, drove me mad. Absolutely drove me demented. So I'm just going to add that, and then I'm going to get some white card. Where's my stamp? I've got stamps laying around everywhere. So I'm going to stamp beetle again onto white card. The spotlight is made from white card. It's just white card. I've just made it from layers of white card. Can you see? If I tilt it to the side, you can see that it's made from layers of white card. But look at that background. I mean, look at the circles. Just love it. Absolutely love it. And those numbers, oh. You see, you can tell I'm into these beetles at the moment. Win or lose, sink or swim, one thing is certain, we all stand together. You must love that stamp because you are really fast this morning. Am I really fast? I didn't realise I was really fast. I know I'm really hungry, never mind really fast. I'm starving. So just add beetle to here. Make sure we move that out the way. Add the word beetle. Yes, you can. Yeah, exactly, Christine. I like the contrast of this colour. And then I'll put it against black card. So I'm now going to blot this. It just means you can use your beetle in so many different ways. I always say to you that when I design a stamp, I have to feel inspired. If I don't feel inspired, I don't see the point. So I'm just going to cut this. Move that out the way. So you're being fast so that you can finish to get something to eat. I didn't realise I was being fast. The ideas just came flowing then. So I thought, why not create a second card while we can? Because they were just flowing, the ideas were. Makes a change. So, oops, I'm now dropping my beetle. Let me make sure my beetle's all straight. So I need to trim that a little bit more. Like so. And that, yeah, that is going there. I always talk to myself. I do need a snap box, Linda. The only problem is I'd end up getting it everywhere. I'd end up with my hands all over the place with the food. So I'd end up in a right mess. So just add that. I just need this to stick now before I move my finger. I can't move my finger till it sticks. So we'll talk. I think it's curry night to use the yoghurt up. Ooh, lovely. I love creating, Nicola. I wish there was a few more hours in the day, because I get the idea. Do you know, the more I use the stamps, the better it is. So even my old release, I get all excited over the old release, because the more I use it, the more I want to use it, if that makes sense. But you see, we've got that bit. Oh, I just love it. Love it, love it. See, I love that stamp as well. Think it's just fab. And then I just want one more word, so we'll stamp again. Nearly finished. We'll stamp insect. Thank you, Roz. Thank you very much. And I've only used 2 stamps. I'll have to get onto my pairs and things next. I just want to use them all on one project, but the problem is it wouldn't look a very cohesive design if I use frogs, beetles, flowers and everything all in one card. What do you think? Prawn stir fry. You see, you're all hungry as well. You're all hungry. No problem, Margaret. Take care. So I'm just going to add this insect. Just cut this like so. And we're nearly finished. I'm just chucking everything on the floor like I normally do. And then we'll get some black card. That's it. So we'll add, it'll be added to layers. But I'm a big fan of adding the layers. But if we add them both to black card, like so, lift this out the way. So what we've done is we've got 2 little beetles there. We've created all these backgrounds. I've lost the other backgrounds now. Oh, they're here. We've created all these backgrounds today. And there we go. On the floor again. Everything's on the floor, Isabel, honestly. Just honestly. Yes, you could have layered card rings as well round this top. But I like it like that because I like the vintage edge. I love the edge like that. So I'm really pleased with them. Especially that shaker element as well. Little shaker element. It's lovely. Oh, it's the little thing stuck on his body. But I love the shaker element. So the shaker element is really cool. But I love the gel press and the vintage. Can you imagine a little bug? I mean, you don't even have to put much on there, do you? You could put a little bug on there and then put a sentiments and that's it. And you wouldn't need much else, would you? Oh, thanks very much, everybody. Where's the Tim Holtz black tape today? I thought I'm trying to mix it up for you, Jennifer. I'm trying to not get predictable. I'm trying to make it so it's interesting for you. Just so that we're not too predictable. But I have to say on this one, I love the fact that the edge is vintage. It's very jaggedy. So I love the edge on that. It's very vintage. Just beautiful. And we've still got 2 little bugs for more cards. And that's it. Thank you very much, Chantal. Thank you. So I hope you all have a wonderful afternoon. I will be back on Friday because tomorrow, guess what I've got to do? I've got to do some videos for Herchanda and I've got to prep for my weekend workshop. So tomorrow I won't be here, but I will hopefully be back on Friday. So Friday will be the Facebook Live. So I don't know what I'm going to use on Friday, but we'll have a think. And oh, we finished this one as well, didn't we? So we've done this over a few days. We've done quite a few cards over the last couple of days. So yes, did you use layered rings and acetate for the shaker? I did, Wendy. I used layered rings and then on the last ring I put some acetate so that it would enclose the shaker. So that one's a shaker, that one's a spotlight. So I used the die cut circles. You must have had a bug making day. Exactly, Linda, a bug making day. Thank you, Rita. I love the bugs. So I'm going to have bugs all over my desk forever. But I just love them. So tomorrow is Herchanda Day. I've got to make some demos or the one-day special. So I'll see you all on Friday. So if you've got any questions or there's anything you want to know, feel free to message me. Frogs, please. Well, I've got to do demos for her Chanda with the frogs, Alison, so I shall have to do something. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be back on Friday. Have a lovely evening, everybody, and I'll see you in a day. Bye. Bye.